Well, as you already mentioned, I am a personality coach. I am an educator, been an author, and yes, an international speaker. I am founder director at the Talk Room, which is an organization for personality and communication skills. So that's how I'm doing my work.
Great. So what is the motivation behind this different, aspects of your, multi-dimensional activities?
So to be very honest, it started from being an educator. Right from childhood, I had that instinct of becoming an educator. I would copy my teachers, imitate them, and then I would always think about being like them one day. Finally, I got to be an educator, and then slowly and gradually, I started to realize that there was something more calling. It was an inner calling, and something that had to be looked upon very seriously. So I finally got into an international public speaking championship 2019 when I won this. So I thought
Hmm.
that, yes, the calling that I was trying to hear from long time was actually getting into the communication skills. And definitely I've been practicing it as an educator, been training my students at I was a PGT English, so I was already training them for interviews and already training them for debates and declamation. So when I won it, I realized that this was actually the inner calling. And finally, I was a personality coach, so I was just doing it with the schools, and now I've started to pursue it really serious. So this is how communication and personality actually became the main forte. And then I resigned from the school and finally opened up the talk room that's doing pretty well by grace of God now. And that's where I realized that still there was something in the lockdown that had to be done. So there came my maiden book. That was the birth of another little baby, my book, Good Vibes Make Good Lives. So it was all about personality, the integrity of being a good human. And that's how, you keep on introspecting yourself and then you keep on unleashing all that's hidden inside you. That's how it became.
Hmm. So tell us, what is the motivation? You keep on, motivate yourself and achieve different goals of your, dreams.
Yeah. See, as I said, introspection plays a vital role. I mean, you have to hear that inner calling. You have to hear that you have to understand your own worth. You have to realize and you've got to love yourself. So when you see people, I got to see when I was appointed as an expert with the Pinkish Foundation. That's an NGO for almost 2.5 lakh women. So I was working as an expert there, hearing into their cases, talking about their personalities. I thought that they were so subdued. They were so much under the pressure that they did not have. I mean, if I talked about, so what do you do in your me time? So they would look at me like as if I was ghost. So I said, you have to work on it. So this motivated me and inspired me to write my book, in fact, and it actually led to the inner calling that there are people who need us. There are people who need help the way we needed help one day when we were thinking, what is that inner calling? We got to realize that, but there are many people who still need to understand the value of realizing their own worth. So there is where the motivation starts, that what is that we can do for them, or how is it that we can help them? So here is where, one after the another aspect starts to grow. And then I started with motivation classes for women. Then I did some free motivation sessions with the senior citizens. And that's how I started to realize how important is understanding from their aspect, how empathy plays that role. So I think that's how I get motivated. The more I know about people, the more I try to understand their personalities, that really motivates me to do something more in my life.
Great, great. What are the challenges you face doing all these activities? The challenges you
Yeah.
face.
Yes, there's a list I can go on. Well, when I started with the talk room, the lockdown thing happened. I mean, when I in January, I resigned from my job and I was actually on cloud nine that I'm starting my own venture when suddenly this bolt of COVID-19 came in. So I thought that maybe things are not going to work out. But yes, as in we are ourselves a motivator, we had to motivate ourselves. We had to come back, gather our pieces, and think about what we can do rather than thinking about what wasn't possible. I mean, when you can't alter, just accept it. And when you've accepted it, there will be new ruling outs that will just open your way so that you can walk in. And when you walk in, when you start to walk and you realize that this is it, this is where you want to be, I think all challenges just become your stepping stones. It's just like the road not taken, and you think that you're going to travel the less traveled one. And I even thought of traveling the less traveled one. uh, Number of challenges. The first I would definitely like to talk upon is, yes, there is a certain kind of biasness that is still prevalent in the society about who is the boss of whom, man versus woman. I think we've done enough to prove our own inner worth. We have already set a benchmark. So that kind of, what are you going to do? Are you really going to start something of your own? Was the first question that I heard. So what does this mean? That was the first challenge when I started as an entrepreneur. I mean, on my own feet, I couldn't even stand that way. When I was started to be taken, I really felt a little wet. I was back into those centuries where still that biasness was there. Wherein I had in my mind that in the teaching job that, the biasness has already been removed and we are proving ourselves. But then I realized that this biasness still exists. But slowly and gradually, I think when I started moving and I made up my mind that I'm not going to look back. I think this helped me. This was one challenge that I overcame. The second challenge was, we as a human being, it is like, we do something, we say something. Why not we make it a one nation? By one nation, I mean, why don't we treat everybody as equal? Why don't we think about everybody as a human being who's meant to nurture one's own inner self? So the second challenge was sitting at home. What could I do wherein I could make a benchmark for myself? And with every next step that I was going to take, I had to break that benchmark and set a new one for myself. One challenge was definitely how to start. I gave it a number of, there were a number of thoughts. I mean, I could start from here, or how would I keep the staff? What will be my model like? To getting into entrepreneurship wasn't easy. That first start, but they always say the first step is the most difficult step to choose. So coming from a teaching background and actually jumping into an entrepreneur was itself like a challenge. But to be very honest, I was enjoying them because they were just coming up like, the stepping stones. One mark done, the other was there. The other came, the third one was there. And I think this is life. Once you've once you've made up your mind and you've realized that you've got to go, that's it. So you'll make it. That's what I believe.